state-level nonprofit, and we have 28 member programs around the state providing direct local domestic violence services to victims. The coalition was created initially to sort of be a state-level legislative voice for funding for victim service agencies, but it's grown since 1983 when it was incorporated into an agency that provides technical assistance and training, consulting work with anybody who really interfaces with battered women and their kids. We do national work as well on public policy kinds of related issues. As the executive director of the coalition, I supervise all the programmatic work that happens, as well as the day-to-day fiscal operation and planning of the agency, where we're going to be in 5–10 years. And I do a lot of consulting work with other agencies. For example, I might provide expert witness testimony in courts on a variety of different kinds of cases, as well as provide training at the national level to other people who want to be expert witnesses and develop their careers in that way. I work with other government agencies on projects that in any way impact battered women or have safety concerns around domestic violence.
I do most of grant management, do the budgeting, and the day-to-day administration for the coalition.
My responsibilities are ensuring that programs around the state that serve victims of domestic violence are members of the coalition, as well as their advocates are certified by the coalition to provide confidential services to victims of domestic violence.
I work with our AmeriCorps members to support them in their work. They're volunteering at different agencies around the state, and sometimes there's lots of confusion or concerns and just anxiety with a new position. And so I help troubleshoot that stuff.
One of my main priorities is doing training, and that's for, I think of as anybody that intersects with survivors of domestic abuse. So certainly advocates working in our programs, but also law enforcement, prosecutors, social workers, healthcare professionals, anyone really who holds still long enough, I will be happy to come in and talk to them about domestic abuse.
Pretty much every day what I'm doing is doing individual donor fundraising, so contacting donors, meeting with donors, thanking donors, soliciting donors, and developing relationships with those individuals who provide really much needed support for the work that we do at ICADV. And the other set of donors that I work with are corporate sponsors, so working with different companies, developing relationships. I do the communications end of the work, which is community outreach, writing public service announcements, developing partnerships with area media, television, radio, cable, to help to be able to sort of raise awareness about the issue of domestic violence.
The Skylark project requires a lot of different pieces to pull together an application to request the governor to reduce a woman's prison sentence. So some days I am doing legal research to find arguments of why this particular person's case is different and requires a special second look. Other days I'm at the prison interviewing clients, helping them tell their story, helping them pull together the pieces of why trauma impacted them in such a way and made them react differently than a person who's not traumatized. Other days I'm working with students at the University of Iowa College of Law and helping them to understand domestic violence and how it changes people's lives, and advising those students on how to work with our clients at the prison.
The three main things that I'm responsible for on a day-to-day basis are providing technical assistance to programs and survivors on a variety of questions, managing our financial literacy program, and working to do systems change to create more affordable housing for survivors.
On my daily basis, I'm basically copying files for clients and answering phone calls and translations.
My job consists of not only being the Director of Public Policy, which takes me down to the state capitol to lobby legislators, and into Washington, D.C. to lobby congressmen, but also I represent clients on a daily basis in their with their legal needs. So whether that be getting a divorce, a protective order, or any other legal needs that a victim may have. If we could simply eliminate domestic violence, think how much that would change the world. Think about how that would release people's potential that right now is focused on survival, is burnt up in being afraid, is burnt up in hiding, is burnt up in just getting up and going to school day to day. I mean, if that little 8-year-old didn't have to worry about what was going to happen when they got home and could actually focus on their science, how would that change the world?
One of the really rewarding things is to see a survivor's face just light up, and to see her body relax when she realizes that she's not the only person that this has happened to in the world, and that her response after she was traumatized, her decisions that she made, can be linked back to that trauma and to the limited options she had available. It just makes her feel like she's not alone, and that she's not crazy, and that's a really powerful thing to be part of.
I believe that we are the last stop for a lot of women.
We're the team who is constantly pushing the envelope to make things better at a state level, at a city level, at a local community level, at a neighborhood level.
When you get to see a woman really understand her own power for the first time in years, that's really powerful for me. So working with the Skylark AmeriCorps program has been inspirational to me, to watch women who come to us with lots of barriers in life and lots of challenges, and all of a sudden find a place where they're given opportunities and they're experiencing life on a very different level every day. Is wonderful for me in this work.
Through sharing their story, through sharing their emotion, through getting to know their families, affect you in a profound way, whether that's you get to reflect on your own family and your own experiences. It makes you appreciative of what you have in your life and the circumstances that you're in. So every aspect of doing domestic violence work is rewarding for me.